just below it, there is datum direction section. You can select in X direction, in X-axis, the datum direction, positive direction or negative direction. Positive direction moves in the positive X direction, negative moves in the negative X. Just same in the Y-axis one, there are positive Y and negative Y movement directions for the datum operation. You know, when you click on the datum operation or when the machine is run for the first time, if this auto datum is clicked in your machine options, then the head will move to the datum corner. Most of the time it is the right top corner, because on the right top corner there are limit switches. So in positive X and positive Y direction, it means it will move and hit the limit switches and then stop there. But if your limit switches are not on the positive X and positive Y direction, but in this corner, for example, this is the negative X and positive Y direction, then you have to select the negative X in the datum direction and positive Y in the datum direction. This will end with a datum operation to the left top corner of your work table. On the below menu, you will see some speed values. The first one is the start speed. Start speed is the speed of the laser machine head while starting a cutting operation. So, bigger values will cause the machine to start cutting operations with higher speeds, so this will cause some impacts on the machine head. So too big values is not advised. Datum speed is the speed of the head while the machine is going to datum corner. Constant speed is the speed of the head while the machine uses constant, unchanging speed on some cutting operation. For example, if you are cutting a rectangle or square, on most parts of the sides, the speed is constant. So this constant speed is valid for those parts. Quick speed is the speed of the machine head when it is going from one job to another. Let us show it with a drawing. In here there is a rectangle. In here there is an ellipse. After finishing cutting this rectangle, the machine will move this distance to here without cutting and cut this ellipse in here. So the quick speed in this menu is the speed that the machine head travels after this one is finished and going to the next one. The speed on this road, the speed on this way. So increasing the quick speed decreases the time lost between cutting operations, different cutting operations, if they are far from each other. But if they are close to each other, this will not give you shorter cutting times, because the time lost between them will be too small that time. Using a 250 mm per second value is enough for most operations. Using too high values will again causes the machine head work with impact, so it will give damages to your machines in long run. By the way, the speeds in this menu are all in millimeters per second unit. The test speed fast and test speed slow values are the test speeds. Remember, on the machine touchpad there is test button. When you click on test button, the machine head moves around the part that will be cut or engraved without laser light, just showing you that I will do this cutting operation in this part, inside these borders. So test speed slow, test speed fast is the test speed of the head when autodatum is clicked. If you did not click autodatum, then test speed slow is the speed that will be used in the test operation. The laser space length and the maximum X and Y axis change speeds will not be used so much, so do not change these values at all. And also work acceleration and space accelerations are the accelerations values while the laser head is working or on while the laser head moves on. Changing these values will not affect the time of the total time of the cutting and engraving, so do not play around with these values so much. These values 600 and 1200 is default values, these are, and they are good ones. But the most important thing in here that you will be able to play around in here is the start speed, constant speed. This start speed, constant speed, and the cut speed you use in the speed parameters of this part is very crucial and affecting the end cut time, affecting the total time of the cutting operation. Let us erase this one and deal only with this square. For example, we will cut this square with a speed of 100 millimeters per second. When you get into the machine options work table and see start and constant speeds, you can enter these values whatever you want, but each value will not make a good effect on the cut result. You can increase these values with a relation between them. Our past experiences shows that giving a start speed such as 30 and giving 2 times that speed to the constant speed such as 60 and giving a higher value than the constant speed to the cut speed is a good way. This is very important. This is the experience obtained for after too many cutting operations. If you are cutting acrylic or wooden blocks, the speeds you use in those ones are too slow. So you can use the start speed as 10 and constant speed as 10 or 20 in those ones, because the start, and because the cutting speeds in those ones are around 10 millimeters or 15 millimeters, something like that. But if you want to cut faster, if you want to make faster cuts, then, for example, on the textile industry, while cutting fabrics, you may require 150 millimeters per second even. So, to obtain faster results, you have to play around with these start and constant speed values.